We're almost done. The fifth strategy that we're going to talk about is called again and again. You'll see that our signpost is in blue, so I want you to get out a blue highlighter. You're going to highlight in blue the important words in the definition, the question, and what information we learn by answering that question in the story. Again and again is when you're reading and you notice a word, a phrase, an object, or situation mentioned over and over, again and again. You should stop and ask yourself, why does this keep showing up again and again? The answer will tell you about the theme and the conflict, or they might foreshadow what will happen later in the story. If we looked at The Outsiders, several times throughout the story, and it actually happens more than just chapter 3, 6, and 8, we keep seeing this recurring idea of the greaser saying that life's not fair. It ain't fair, I cried passionately. It ain't fair that we have all the rough breaks. In chapter 6, Johnny nodded. I'm sure. It ain't fair for Ponyboy to have to stay up in that church with Derry and Soda worrying about him all the time. In chapter 8, when Johnny's in the hospital bed, he drew a quivering breath. I don't want to die now. It ain't long enough. 16 years ain't long enough. I wouldn't mind it so much if there wasn't so much stuff I ain't done yet, and so many things I ain't seen. It isn't fair. When we look at this idea of life not being fair, that really was one of the themes that we kept seeing popping up in the story. Things weren't fair for Ponyboy. He had a lot of tough breaks throughout the story, but he had to find a way that he was going to move on. He had to accept that life isn't fair, or he wasn't going to be able to move on after Johnny dies, after his parents die, and after all the other things that he had gone through. You're going to watch a clip that shows an example of again and again. This one's a little bit trickier, so really pay attention. Hopefully you'll enjoy the movie, and you might need to watch it a couple times, but think about what kinds of things keep happening again. It's not going to necessarily be the exact same event, but it might be the same kind of event. Think of what is it trying to show.